Okay, here at Muttleys Garage we also do woodwork. I am cutting these 2x8 boards to match the old boards that came off this cap, which is essentially a retaining wall. And you can see I've already cut two of them. Around this corner I'm just making some angled cuts, and I'll have to make sure they're right, but I also used a 1/4 round router, and then I used a bit of a sanding pad. You don't have it here, but a sanding disc to get those sorted out. A combination of sanding disc, jigsaw, skill saw to get that to fit right. This just lays up on top. I will be painting this with a Epifanes varnish, so that's the next move. Alright, the next three are my more difficult ones, so I'm going to get on them. So here, I just cut the correct angles on both sides. That one there goes towards the west, this one here goes towards the east, and I'm just going to knock off a little of the burrs with a sander very lightly just to make it look nice. Okay, so we're just drew a line to align these to get them parallel, and I will cut this one, and not going to be fun, but I'll take care of it. I'll probably do it right here. Okay, well, let's see, here's the finished result. It's pretty flush all the way around. It's not flat or level. We'll screw it in and get it tighter. Now, because this board was rotted and split in half, I've already drawn the one side. I'll just flip it over and do a symmetrical one on this side. And this is going to be the rounded off side that overhangs at that drop off right there. So I can stand to make this a little long. I'll probably cut to the left side of this kerf to make it long. And that's the upside up side. So we will cut it and see how it goes. First, when you look here, you see the old saw marks like they sawed it in place, so I know my angle of this one is exactly right on. That's good. I particularly like these sawhorses because when you kick them around to slide them forwards while you're trying to hold the board, they don't fold up on themselves like cheap ones you make out of those cheap sheet metal hinges and wood. So that's why I spent the time to construct these sawhorses. They came out of Harbor Freight. They work fine. They probably need to be tightened up a bit, but they work really good. All right, well, we'll give you a walk around here. It was actually pretty simple. I finished all the cuts. I ended up doing more on these cutouts with scroll saws rather than the skill saw, or whatever you want to call it, the circular saw. And then we did all the half rounds, 1/4 rounds that is. Matched that up as good as I could get it. Everything's kind of cattywampus. And then again here, matched up really good, screwed in. It's not going anywhere. I need to get a whole bunch more of those 3-inch gold screws. They're called gold. I like that look. Kind of looks good with the red wood. So anyway, that's the project. I will end up, I'm going to do a test with some varnish and see how it works. I know the stuff has to dry a little bit, but we're getting rain, so maybe. So I need to see how this is all going to work out. So there is the project. Here at Muttleys Garage, we got the project done. Notice I did a rounding and then I did a 1/4 round. Some stuff sticks on it, but and this is one screw on each of the 4x4s till I get the end. This doesn't have a 4x4, so I put 2 on the little vertical panel, and then 2 on each 4x4. 2 on each end 4x4, and then we got this, as I showed you earlier, pretty tight. 2 screws on each side of the 4x4, 1 on each, and then again back to the 1/4 round. It's been 1/4 rounded here and here. This was already kind of rounded off. No, I think I did that. And we fitted the slot there, and we run all the way to the end. And I don't know why this is a little off, but the fact is that it lines up correctly if I do it this way, so I left it the way that it is. And it's also 2 of the 3-inch gold deck screws, so you can see the finished result. It's pretty darn nice. So cleaned up the patio, got rid of all the leftover stuff. That's an alcohol stove. I'll be doing that on my next episode. So this looks pretty nice, and I'm glad I'm done with it. I might throw a bit of varnish on a couple spots that are a little Right in here is a little dry, but I'll wait till this fully cures before I do that. Okay.